I had been looking forward to spring break since the day my mom bought the plane tickets. All 8 of us are going to Kauai. My twin brother, my mom, my stepdad, stepsister, my older brother Nick, along with his wife Allie and their 8-month-old named Blake. After the decisions on where to stay and what to see were made, it seemed like the hard part was over, leaving the rest of the time to relax. Like many times in my life, this prediction was slightly off. We had a long road ahead of us. After the 6-hour plane ride, we landed in Honolulu. Next was another short plane ride with some additional driving time, and all of us wound up in Kauai, ending the long day. I was staying in the condo with Nick, Allie, and my nephew Blake, who was surprisingly well behaved. We all crashed at about 9:30, which was 4 hours earlier than Arizona time. Soon, however, I woke up to my older brother's silhouette in the doorway. "Get up, dude. Apparently there's a tsunami on its way over here from Japan," he said in an almost sarcastic tone. The sirens began to blare outside my bedroom window. The loudspeaker came on. "Attention guests. Due to a possible tsunami, please evacuate and head to higher ground." I rolled out of bed and saw the clock staring at me. It read 11:09. "Are they serious?" I asked, to no one in particular. I quickly got dressed and threw on a golf hat that was lying on top of the television. I staggered out the door, behind my older brother and his wife, pushing the stroller with a confused baby. We drove inland and found a building with lights on, so we pulled in. It turned out to be a church. It was filled with people who attend there regularly. We all went to an outdoor patio to introduce ourselves to the locals. I was surprised at how quickly they noticed us. "Hey folks, come right in. We have iced tea in the back if you're thirsty, and plenty of room inside." All 3 of us looked at each other almost simultaneously and said, "Thank you very much." This middle-aged man must have been a member because he knew where everything was. "There's a nursery down the hall for the baby if you'd like." So Nick and Allie quickly headed to the nursery to put Blake to sleep. It turned out to be a rather large room with a crib, changing table, and an ample amount of toys. Those 2 decided to lie down on the floor with Blake, and as for me, I searched for a good place to get some shut-eye. I ventured into what was normally used as the sanctuary, but that night creatively used as a resting area. The chairs were pushed together, forming makeshift beds. The lights were dimmed, movies were playing, and I had decided to follow the idea and make a bed myself. Before falling asleep, I thought to myself how lucky I was to have a place to sleep that night. So I slept for about an hour until the pack of elderly people awoke me with their snoring. I then got up and wandered around until I found myself with an iced tea, sitting at a table of adults, watching the news on someone's iPad with cameras trained on the shore, anticipating the exact time the tsunami is going to strike Kauai at 3:05 a.m. Even after the first wave hit the shore, we waited for yet another wave that was predicted to be worse. I began to grow frustrated and impatient with the whole situation. I was trapped in this place for far too long. It was now about 6 a.m., and as we were tuning into the newscasts on the radio and flipping through channels, I smelled something coming from the kitchen. The next thing I know, I had a plate of warm pancakes and maple syrup in front of me, and I thought to myself, I guess this could have been a lot worse. I will always remember that trip to Kauai and my evacuation experience, for I had never done anything like it before. But the part I will remember the most is the hospitality towards our presence. We were tourists and did not know how to handle a situation like that, nor did we know anyone at the church. Regardless, they made us feel right at home, like they were expecting our arrival. Their kindness makes me hope that one day I can fulfill someone's needs the way they did ours. I can honestly say that I believe in hospitality.